Good morning. Good morning. Elliot is super gay. Good morning. Good morning. He is super, super gay. That's our new intro for Taps and Takes.
Oh. You're going to say it's somebody that made you dinner?
Yeah.
Somebody that cooked you a hearty meal?
You should be making me dinner.
Somebody that cooked you a hearty meal, and that's how you want to start things off?
Elliot, we're in a...
Somebody that slaved away over a hot stove. Somebody that stayed up late to make sure your notes were all notified.
Elliot.
Who even went out of his way to set everything up.
Elliot?
And on top of all of that, gave you a new trailer.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that in a second.
Yeah.
Made me a little bit emotional.
A little emotional. I saw Gosling in a striped shirt and I got emotional.
Good morning! It is time for Taps and Takes,
That's right.
baby. Every single Friday morning, right at 8 a.m. Most times.
Mm.
We're dropping Taps and Takes. It's where we talk about all that nerd news of the week, all that sports news of the week. And we do it live, kind of, from Grogg's traditional Irish pub at the northeast corner of Willow and Neves. Come to Grogg's.
Come on down to Grogg.
Challenge Royce to some darts.
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't either.
He's darn good.
No, he's like really good.
He's real good.
He's like really, really good.
He's darting. He's darting back and forth. Can't keep up with him. He's so fast.
He would whoop your ass, that's for sure. But it's a fun time. They got the darts in the back. They have the cabs right here. They even have golden tea, Elliot.
Ooh. Great old times.
Best of tea.
Wow. We love a good tea.
Yeah. Now, we're going to get right into it. Let's start with the trailer.
We can. I guess it's the freshest thing.
Yeah.
Because, I'm so good at finding notes and finding stories and sending them to you.
Oh, don't even. I asked you. I was like, hey, man, do you want me to add stuff? No, man. I added like 9 things. And I looked at him. I'm like, oh, this is pretty good.
Yeah, because, I'm always prepared.
But I offered. You can't get mad at me.
You offered at 10 o'clock at night.
That's usually when we're doing them. Were you not in the process of doing your notes?
Already so far ahead.
Oh, hell no.
I was already so far ahead. I was already working on my fantasy footballs.
I'm over here just waiting for Elliot to come, and he's in there.
You know what?
Taking long old poops.
How long did I wait for you to get your coffee?
You didn't.
How long
did it all. This is normal. This is a normal process.
How long did it take you to get here today? I hit every red light. I swear. Hail Mary.
Project Hail Mary. Now, look.
Ryan Gosling.
I've been singing the praises of this for a while.
Yes.
And it's hard because, I am one of those people that if someone tries to put me on game.
Takes you a while to come around.
And I'm usually like, all right. Or if something's like, I'm not a hipster, but like when things are like super popular, I'm like, it can't be that great. It's fucking hype train, whatever. And there will be exceptions to that rule. So like when I hear stuff like that, I'm kind of counter to it. I will admit that. And it's not like I'm trying to be like hipster guy. It's just what it is. But then you get frustrated when you're all up on some game that not everyone else is. And you're like, guys, you have to check this out.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, it only being in book or audiobook form can be a little bit difficult. But Project Hail Mary was such a moving experience in so many ways and so cathartic in so many ways. Because right now we have, let me just set it up for you, kind of give you the idea. There's 2 trailers, a brand new trailer just dropped, starring Ryan Gosling.
And the Goss Man, baby.
And Rocky the Iridian. First of all, big Gosling guys.
Huge Gosling guy.
So the fact that they're getting him to portray the main character is super on point. Like, it's just perfect casting.
Mm-hmm.
This story is about what would happen if the world had apocalyptic circumstances and you had to try to save it. And it is a beautiful, beautiful story of cooperation and intent and scientific process of trying and the world coming together to solve a major problem that will wipe us out. And it's done not in like an asteroid's coming in. It's not some big bombastic way. It's like, here's a realistic scenario of something, science fiction, but grounded in reality, of something that can destroy us. and what happens. And through the course of the story, what I'm confused about when it comes to Project Hail Mary, because if they pull this off, it's an Oscar film.
Okay.
It's an Academy Award level film.
Is it Interstellar good though?
It's better.
Ooh.
It's better. And again, keep in mind, this is if they pull it off.
Right.
Because a lot of the movie is done through, I wouldn't say intense scientific process, but the application of science in general. Because it's like, what would happen if you met an alien? How would you figure out how to communicate with them?
Right.
How can you work with?
And that's kind of what they showed in the new trailer, like him learning how to communicate.
Yeah. Like, what is that process? And he applies the scientific process to almost everything in the position that he's in order. And a lot of this is from internal dialogue in his head. So I'm like, first of all, how are they going to do that? But it is so, calming's maybe not the right word, but it's just, I got so emotional at the end of this book. I watched the new trailer and I started to cry because there is something in it that you can't explain unless you've read or listened to the audiobook. It is probably the best ending to a book I've ever heard.
Wow. Okay.
It's just so neatly and perfectly tied in and about the love that you feel when you're facing horrible circumstances with someone else, almost like going to war. Right. I cannot fucking wait for this movie. I think this is another big if. If they pull this off, I mean, Project Hail Mary is like one of my favorite books of all time. Hands down. I just started re-listening to it again. Okay. And I just finished it like 4 months ago, 5 months ago.
Maybe less.
And I'm already listening to it again. It is that fucking good. If you have Audible not sponsored. We're not big enough to get sponsors from Audible.
Definitely not.
If you go and get an Audible account, you get like tokens that you can use, and then you can like cancel at any time and re-come back and cancel and re-come back.
Just get your tokens, read it, and cancel.
Yeah. And honestly, listen to Project Hail Mary. It's a 16-hour audiobook, which is actually kind of short for a lot of audiobooks. Check it out. I just fucking can't wait. What do you think of the trailer?
I mean, you know what I really like? I like when you get to see an actor's passion project. And like you can tell just in the trailers, like Gosling, this is something he clearly cares about. So whenever you get to see like an actor have a passion project, you already know they're going to bring twice as much to it as if they didn't already bring 100% to a lot of their other movies. So like this feels exciting. This feels exciting. I'm at the point now where I think there's certain actors who are in a spot right now where they just can't miss. I think Gosling's in like his flow state right now, and he can kind of do any role he wants.
You know who's doing it? The directors?
No.
Lord and Miller.
Okay.
Did, Spider-Verse.
Even better.
Yeah.
So you're just getting talented people around like passion projects. You know, you're in for a good movie. You know, I'd say like Timothy Chalamet, and we'll talk about Marty Supreme here in a second, like in another flow state of actors that can't miss right now.
Yeah.
You know, I think there's a handful of actors that when they get to this point in their career, you know, you're in for a good time, regardless of what the style of movie is. You know,
I mean, that's fair enough. But I just can't wait for everyone. And like, if you don't listen to the audiobook or you don't read it, I can't wait for you to experience this story. And I really hope I did hear, and we can move on after this. I did hear from like people that were shown basically 10 minutes of the movie. Like it was like a super cut of like 10 minutes at CinemaCon this year. And what they described was incredible. Like it is absolutely incredible.
No, it'll be great. It'll be the next generation's Interstellar.
I hope. But not everyone liked Interstellar.
Oh, I loved it.
I loved it.
I cried.
I know.
I cried.
I loved Interstellar because I do appreciate like higher concepts in movies, and like I do appreciate what was pulled off in Interstellar.
The film that McConaughey won me over with.
Really?
I was never a big, he was the rom-com guy. Actually, his book was what got me, that won me over. And then I watched Interstellar. I was like, I get it.
Yeah.
He was always a charming guy, but I needed to see the chops.
Well, he talked about...
Oh, he's got so many chops.
Oh, dude, yeah. You know what really sold me on McConaughey? I mean, he's always been a good actor. He did... Oh, God. What is the movie?
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days?
No.
That's his best rom-com.
McConaughey...
Dallas Buyers Club?
No.
And that was his Oscar.
That was his Oscar.
Wolf of Wall Street is... he's another guy that's in like a flow state, I think.
A Time to Kill. So he was in A Time to Kill, which is his like breakout role with Samuel L. Jackson. And it's a dramatic role. It's fucking great. Matthew, that's what put him on the map, right? And then he did become like...
Wasn't Dazed and Confused
He was in Dazed and Confused, but that was kind of like a cult movie. I'm talking about like breakout star success.
Oh, okay.
1996 is A Time to Kill, which is it's a dramatic movie. It's very serious. And then he kind of got into the, rom-com era. And then
Lincoln Lawyer.
The Lincoln Lawyer and shit. But he specifically talked about the fact that he wanted to be taken seriously as an actor.
He got typecasted for rom-coms for a large part of his career, and he took a risk.
So he a huge risk, because he told his agent, I will not even look at anything that is in this genre. And he didn't get anything offered for like a year. He said like a full 12 months.
Was it the Dragon movie with Bale? That was his first serious role?
Hold on. So a year goes by, nothing. Then he gets an offer for a rom-com. They offered him $8 million, and he was broke, like almost broke.
Right.
They offered him $8 million. He turned it down. Then 10 turned it down. 12 turned it down. They came back with $14 million offer. So then he was thinking to himself, look, maybe I should do this movie, right? Because that's a lot of money.
Right.
Stuck to his guns, didn't do it. His agent freaking the fuck out. But then he got True Detective. And True Detective brought his ass right back into the fold. Dallas Buyers Club, True Detective. And then he's had a string of just fucking bangers since then.
Yeah. He's been crushing.
Yeah. So.
All right, you want to get into notes now?
Yeah.
All right. Got some Nintendo things to start with. Legend of Zelda. We've gotten the first kind of photos and like filming of the filming of Benjamin Evan Ainsworth and Bo Bragaston's Link and Zelda. And at first I was like, because I saw the footage of like them
the jank footage.
Yeah. And I was like, clearly a phone footage. And I was like, okay. Yeah. But then I saw the photos.
Yeah.
They look perfect.
Okay.
They look great.
I must agree with you. Because I saw it and I was like, all right, cool.
Like phone footage, and you're just like, okay.
And like we use cameras, so I understand like the pre-edit footage before mastering and all this shit. I'm like, okay, I get it. Like it's gonna look different.
Well, at first I thought like, is this like a fan project? You know, are they trying to get like, is it the internet trying to get me?
Yeah.
And then Miyamoto over the top row. Miyamoto here, which very Tony Stark of him to just announce himself.
Yeah.
Here's our footage. Here's our actors. Like, oh, they kind of got it.
Well, the leak happened. And then 2 days later, so the leak happened. And when I was looking around, I'm like, I don't know about I will say something after this, but like, I was like, I don't know. The pictures come out. I'm like, fucking nailed it. And it was probably the set photographer that came out and took those pictures. And they put them out themselves specifically because you saw kind of a lukewarm kind of response. Yeah,
they probably saw like leaks were out, and Nintendo, they don't like leaks anything. So then they were like, all right, if we got to get ahead of this. Yeah, we're gonna make them look real good.
So pictures look like they fucking nailed it.
The casting
nailed it. And then on top of that, one big part of this that is important, especially when you're not doing a Zelda movie animated, right, is the environment that they're in. The design, the colors, and the environment that they're in are crucially important.
Yeah.
So I believe they're shooting in New Zealand.
They're filming in New Zealand, which I think is great.
Smart.
Very smart.
But I think that matters almost as much as the casting. It really does.
Okay.
Much like how we were talking about Elden Ring's movie. Like if they don't really lean into the art direction of like the Souls-esque.
No, I totally get what you mean. My only thing is, I feel like, and I don't know if you're allowed to do this because they're probably historic, but like Zelda Hyrule Castle, I feel like that's got like those old Germanic, like Western Urin castles written all over it.
Yeah.
But I like, are you allowed to film in those?
I don't know.
Because that would be
assume.
like, because that's Hyrule to me. Like you see some of those castles that are in Europe, you gotta film in there.
I hope they pull it off, man, because I would love to. I can't believe it when I'm 43 years old. Okay, as a person that was obsessed with Zelda from the age of like 6,
right?
I cannot believe at the age of 43 I would be sitting in a movie theater watching a Legend of Zelda movie. So I would really hope that they take good care of this.
Yeah. Well, and I think we kind of talked about it, I think last week, how important this is, because they are building towards, whether you agree or not, they're going to build towards a Smash universe.
I don't think so. You keep on saying that. I really don't believe so.
I really think, because
I don't think so.
I think they are. Because I definitely think we're getting Galaxy, and we're going to talk about the trailer, because another banger trailer.
Yeah.
It looks great.
Well, let's just do that now.
All right.
Super Mario Galaxy trailer came out
Wednesday, so
right
we just missed
week.
us.
Yeah.
But we got Bowser Jr., we got Rosalina, we got Galaxy, we got some Odyssey, we've got a lot of fun. It looks great. Illumination animation is really crushing it right now.
Spot on, dude.
I don't think this will happen, but I would kind of like this to happen.
What?
Because it seems like there's going to be another villain after Rosalina, and that's going to be the main villain.
I don't think Rosalina's the villain.
No. There's a main villain after Rosalina.
Meaning going after her.
Yeah, and I think Mario, Peach, and the gang are going to have to team up with Bowser Bowser Jr. to save the day. And if that's the case, I kind of want to see Luigi and Bowser kind of being buddies, because in the trailer it showed like he's excited to see Luigi. He's like, yo, I almost killed you, but Luigi, you're kind of my dog. You know?
No. When they come in and he's like, hi, Luigi. Yeah, he's what's up, Mario?
What's up, Mario? Like, I think that would be a fun dynamic. Yeah, especially because Mario and Bowser are clearly going to hate each other forever, and they're going to have another movie. There's going to be at least a trilogy. So it'd be kind of fun to at least have kind of like a bromance between Luigi and Bowser, and then like when they separate, it's like, so long, bro.
It's almost like a bro triangle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it'll be like a bro triangle. Like Luigi and Bowser get along really well, but Luigi and Mario are brothers, and Mario and Bowser don't get along. So it'll be interesting what they do.
Yeah.
But
I do want to see Daisy as well.
It looks fucking fantastic.
It looks great.
It looks really good. And if they're doing the sequel right, well, then the stakes are going to get bigger. The story is going to get bigger. So I'm all for that. Really
quickly, I wrote this as one of our prompts. Which one do you think will be a better movie? Zelda or Mario?
I'm hoping Zelda is a real movie. And I understand they're shooting a film and it's a film, whatever. I get it. I hope Zelda is done with so much care, and the writing is good. The art direction, I hope that it's an excellent film.
Right.
Because then it proves that you can do these iconic characters, right, correctly. And I think that the Mario movies are fun. They're kids' movies, clearly. Yeah. But they're fun, and they're nostalgic for us.
I think Mario will be more successful. I hope Zelda's better.
I don't know if I agree. Like, if Zelda's good, I bet you it outpaces dude, if you're talking
like $1 billion.
No.
It made $1 billion.
No, you need to understand. If it's done and it's like not a good movie, an excellent movie. You're getting all the people that don't watch animation. You're getting all the people that don't have kids. You're getting all the kids and the parents of those kids. And if it's good and you need to rewatch it because of what's happening in it, it will outpace that I guarantee you. Now, Mario, hear me. Mario's iconic. Mario's on the level of like Goku, right? When you talk about worldwide, it's an iconic IP. I get that. But Zelda is almost as recognizable as Mario, Link and Zelda as characters. And if this is like a live action version and that proves that you can do a very smart, very well done live action movie of these characters, yeah, dude, it'll make a shit ton of money.
But I mean, it has to be $1 billion. like Mario overperformed more than anybody ever thought.
Dude, I understand that, Elliot. I know the number. And I'm telling you right now, if it's an excellent movie, it will beat it.
I hope it's an excellent movie. But let's move on. Something that I'm going to say excellent adjacent, Alien Earth. Because Alien Earth's highs were super high.
Yeah.
Alien Earth's lows were pretty low, though.
I heard Maximilian Dude describe it as it tricks you into thinking it's a good show because he was kind of pissed about it at the end.
Kind of.
A little bit. I understand. I still liked it.
I very much enjoyed it.
I liked them taking
I would
some
say
risks,
The best episode was the throwback episode.
I don't agree with that. I think it was a good episode.
Oh, I
don't think it was the best one.
I think Moro's episode was the best episode.
The casting was done well.
Very well.
I like some of the lore shit. Alien has always suffered from what we all know, which is it has, how do I put this? Alien has always suffered from logic issues with the people that are dying. Like, that's just it. And this was not immune to that. And when it's setting up like the first like 5 or 6 episodes, you're thinking to yourself, oh man, these are smart people, right? These are people that are smart, that are not going to make those same stupid, dumb
mistakes.
decisions. And yet the last 2 episodes, there is just that everywhere. I do understand it from like Boyd Cavalier's perspective that he's so smart, he's kind of dumb. Like, you're so smart, you think that
their hubris is so broken.
You feel like you're untouchable. But that's not for like all the other people. Like, all the other people, I'm like, there's a xenomorph running around on the fucking island. Well, and the doctor is just like out there walking around. It's like, okay, that like no one would do that.
I gave that scientist, like her husband, a pass because he just saw somebody dying and tried to save them.
Right.
And then the other synthetic guy just like tricked him. Like he meant well, and he got clobbered.
So,
but everybody else and like, I did like the other aliens. I thought they were cool. I would have liked to see them maybe get more opportunity to do work rather than just like minutes of the last episode. But the finale just did not hit for me after some of the episodes that were such bangers.
I give the finale kind of like a 6.5 out of 10, but
it's a C-.
The remainder of
the show was a solid B.
Good. Yeah. I'm a lore junkie, man. I like when they're setting shit up and what they set up and like what's going. Like,
I think
like
the next season is going to be super action packed because it's going to be a war for the island, which I think will be cool. And Moro is incredible. He's definitely the best actor and the best character of the show. And to outact Timothy Olyphant, I think is crazy. But Timothy Olyphant was like second best.
Moro is probably the best acted and most fleshed out character, like intentions wise.
Right.
Kirsch owned every scene that he was in. I mean, Kirsch was in, he was the clear.
It was these two, like clear away from everyone else. But let's move forward. We've got the Game Awards 2025. They announced all the nominees and all the categories, and it looks like Expedition 33, well, it did break the record for the most nominees ever. It looks like it's probably going to sweep across a lot of boards.
It's going to sweep.
It's going to sweep.
You know why?
And shout out Dispatch. It only got 1 nominee, but it made it.
It's going to sweep. The reason why it's going to sweep is because of the story behind it. It is... If you don't know the story of Expedition 33, we don't need to get too far into it. But, these are ex-Ubisoft devs small team that had to outsource a lot of work. And, you know, there's like one person that they brought in to like do like 5 jobs. Like she started off helping him write it and like doing all this other shit. Right. And not only that, but the dude that they found to do the music, they found on fucking SoundCloud.
Crazy.
And he busted his music nuts all over.
Oh, yeah.
That whole like
gorgeous music.
The music is insane.
It's gorgeous.
The writing, the directing, the fucking what
the cast,
it is,
the acting,
like everything in this game is on a different level, and it's because it's antithetical to what the industry is now on a bigger level. Like one of the reasons why they broke off to do this and find financing to do this is because he straight up said, like, I've wanted to do this for a long time. Like this game, I've wanted to do this game, this kind of a iteration of a game for a long time. And I knew that no matter what, I would never be able to get this done if I stayed where I was at.
Oh, for sure.
It's someone betting on themselves. It's a small team. It was a regular priced game. It was a $50 game.
Yep.
And it just goes to show, like, if you have the right people behind something and you don't need the big microtransaction bullshit, you have a complete product from start to finish and it's going to sweep. It's going to fucking sweep.
Well, I think this is a great, and you know, you'll always get the buzzhead dingleberries that say like, no even good games came out this year. No, okay. This was maybe one of the best. This was easily the best indie game year of all time.
Yeah.
And to see not just Expedition 33, but to see Silksong on there, to see like for Hades 2, which Hades 1 was incredible.
Yeah.
Such an incredible game. And Hades 2, I hear, is only better. It's better. Only perfected. Yeah. Right. For the biggest, I guess, developer to be in Game of the Year, to be Bonanza, Donkey Kong Bonanza, and it won't win. There's no shot. Especially with all the Nintendo kind of Power World situation, their press is at an all-time low.
Yeah.
But I still love Bonanza. But I mean, like, for that to be the one, I guess you could say AAA like game, it's just a great year for video games. It's a great year for consumers of video games because a lot of the games that have been so great this year haven't been AAA. They've been indie developers pricing games fair, giving people opportunity to play, and they love it. They love it.
Arc Raiders, $40 game.
Helldivers 2, $40 game.
Expedition 33, $50 game.
Silksong,
$20.
And to be so big and to be so, because Silksong in itself had one of the biggest opening days of all time, for your competitors to be like, can you at least raise your prices up? And Silksong to say no, huge for the community.
And it's a 3-person team. And it like, I'm one of those guys like, here, let me put it in real estate language.
Sure.
Listing a $1.5 million house looks great.
Sure.
Okay. It looks good for you that someone trusts you to sell such a giant, beautiful listing, right? But your buyer pool is this big for the people that can afford it, right? It's this big. Okay.
Right.
So even though it looks great, it's going to be on market. If it doesn't sell in the first like 3 months, or I'm sorry, first like 4 weeks.
Yeah.
It's going to be on market probably like 6 to 8 months, right? Bare minimum, because it's such a small buyer pool. But if you had 10 $250,000 houses, they would sell like this.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Volume, dude. Like, I don't understand, like...
Well, and it's not just volume, but it's great quality with your volume.
Right. But $20, if it's $20, you're like, okay, I'm willing to risk $20 on a shitty game, right? Like, yeah, maybe it's cool. I'll throw $20 at it.
Yeah.
You're right?
You'd be willing to risk a potentially bad game for $20.
Your install base, I would argue, isn't going to like double, potentially triple, because if you're selling $80 is a big enough ask. Now, yes, I've been on record saying like I would pay $80 to $100 for a game that's done. That's no microtransactions.
No microtransactions, no more DLC.
A complete game. That's it and done. I'm comfortable with that pricing if it's done. But dude, volume. You know the install base of Arc Raiders right now? It's fucking crazy.
Well, I mean, look at Battlefield 6 compared to Call of Duty. Call of Duty has been getting so clowned. It's not even about Call of Duty anymore. It's just Fortnite, which is crazy.
What do you mean? Oh, yeah, no, it's not. I see my son playing it. Arc Raiders has sold over 4 million units worldwide in less than 2 weeks after its launch, which was, by the way, October 30th.
Crazy.
It has sold 4 million units in 2 weeks.
It's crazy.
Volume.
Oh, yeah. Well, in volume, in like we were saying with Ryan Gosling and Project Hail Mary, when you have people in love with their projects, their passion project, like you said, he had to take a risk. He gambled on himself, and this team gambled on their futures because they believed in themselves. They believed in the product. That's what you're getting.
These are DICE devs, I believe, from DICE, the people that do Battlefield.
Right.
I believe that they came from DICE.
So, I mean, when you get people that are putting everything they have into it and their love for what they think is going to be great, and then it's priced right, it's only going to lead to success for not just consumers, but for them as well.
Right.
So big win for video games 2025. It's a great year for video games. If you haven't had a chance to play some of these games, I highly recommend it. And also when it comes to great pricing, Dispatch, $30.
Yeah.
Let's move on to Marty Supreme. Trailer came out last Thursday,
Looks
I believe.
Excellent.
Timothy Chalamet and
Tyler Creator in there, man.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy to see. Doing some like underground ping pong stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Ping pong. Well, it's a true story. Well, it's based on
loosely based. Yeah. So I mean, okay.
Yeah.
Sick.
It looks great.
It looks great.
And it just further goes to show that I will be Elliot, I'm telling you right now, I will be vilified in the beginning, but I will be proven correct at the end that Timothy Chalamet is our next Daniel Day-Lewis. Do you believe that or no?
I don't watch actors like that, so I wouldn't.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right.
I really know who Daniel Day-Lewis is.
Like the best actor to ever live.
Remember him as Lincoln.
Yeah. Yes.
Lincoln.
Oh, Lincoln Moore.
Milkshake. That guy.
Yeah. Milkshake.
Yeah.
I drink your milkshake. I drink it up.
Let's talk a little Netflix and a little bit of anime because they have their own great they have a great little category for it. They've really brought in a lot of good anime on their stuff. But My Hero Academia, which is going to be wrapping up its final season in the next couple of weeks. If you haven't been watching, I highly recommend. It is very good. It is a great adaptation right now. And I know a lot of people kind of get pushed away because they think the fandom's crazy. And like any fandom, there is a crazy part to it.
Weird,
but like any fandom, there is a crazy portion of your fandom.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't read the manga, I highly recommend it. Kohei Horikoshi is a phenomenal artist and a phenomenal storyteller. And so Netflix is going forward with a live action My Hero Academia movie, which I get it. Much like video game adaptations of the past, anime adaptations are usually pretty poopy.
Trash.
Outside of, I know it's trash, but the Yu Yu Hakusho one on Netflix wasn't bad.
It's kind of fun.
It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
It's terrible. As somebody whose favorite anime is Yu Yu Hakusho, the first episode of Yusuke literally drop kicking Kuwabara, I was like, that's my goat.
Yeah.
That's my dog. And One Piece has no business being as good as it is, but when you have Oda behind it, you got to believe it. But Netflix has come out and said that Horikoshi is heavily involved, which he is on top of all the phone calls. He's on top of all the meetings and what he thinks what character should be like what. I think this is the right path if you want this to succeed.
Well, they're seeing the success with One Piece and understanding that what the people love is the original direction of the original artist and product.
Well, and he's a huge comic book fan. He's a big action movie. Like he loves comic books and comic book heroes. So when you have somebody who not only loves heroes, but understands comics and then understands his property on top of all of that, because it is an homage to Marvel and DC and these heroes that he grew up reading and loving. I'm going to be hopefully optimistic.
Yeah. That's good.
Even though there's a Netflix usually jank to their movies.
Yeah. A little bit.
Mm-hmm. A movie that wasn't janky, though, was F1. Very good movie. And now we're getting F2.
F2?
Well, it's actively in the works. So it is actively being in the talks. Why wouldn't you? That movie, I don't think anybody really saw coming, and it was awesome.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
I haven't seen it either.
Yeah.
I want to.
But I hear it's great.
It is a movie that is on my to-do list.
Yeah, and I'm all good with Brad Pitt doing cool shit because I'm a, I go back in the day, love myself some all the way back from the Cool World days, Elliot. You don't even know about Cool World. Cool World would not get made today.
No.
A lot of cartoon sex in that.
Okay. All right. Right on. And then lastly for me, I don't know if you have any more stories, but I thought it was so funny because you and I argued about the Xbox console. That it's going to be $12.
You want to talk about you?
It's going to be about like they're projecting it could be up to $1,200, right? And then not like 4 days later, Steam says, the Steam machine is going to be a thing and it's going to be rad. Plug it into any TV, plug it in any monitor. Boom, you got Steam games wherever you want to go.
So we talked a couple weeks ago about the Steam, not Steam, but like, if there was $1,000 PC that functioned as a PC, so you can put anything you want on it, you can have all of your Steam library, but also Xbox. Like if Xbox did that and it was also like somewhat handheld or whatever,
sure,
then that would be worth $1,000. Like it's worth $1,000 for people that can't get into like the higher PC sector. I mean, you just bought a PC. It's not cheap.
No,
it's not cheap.
It's quite opposite.
To get one that's somewhat future-proof, that can run things at a proper frame rate, proper fidelity, it costs money on the PC install base.
Absolutely.
But we were talking about if there was like a hybrid console / PC that Xbox made that was Windows-based, and it was $1,000, but it could crack out and play Xbox games and your Steam library at proper fidelity, proper frame rates. Well, that is arguably worth it. And then Steam came out and said, we got a Gabe Cube.
Yeah.
Gabe
the
Newell
Steam Cube. Yeah.
So it's 6 times more powerful than a Steam Deck, which for a Steam Deck and what it is, it was a huge disruptor in the handheld PC market. Like it was a clear win for Valve. And they also announced like a new controller and a new like VR headset.
Yeah, the new controller looks a little wonky, but
everyone says that. I think it looks fine. But what is interesting about this is that they have a Linux-based operating system, and they're going to be leaning heavily on FSR, which is basically like a frame rate, an AI frame rate kind of generation product to process to kind of upscale and have things run at a proper frame rate for a machine that maybe is not as powerful as say like your computer or my computer.
Sure.
So they're targeting 4K 60 for all games.
Still very good.
Still very good. And the interesting thing about Steam in general, or the Steam products like a Steam Deck or this one, is that it's open enough that you can do emulation on these. Like you can put in a emu deck on this, probably whatever the version of that is going to be for this machine.
Right.
And you can just dump ROMs onto it, and you can stream games through like Xbox or PlayStation, or it's going to be an interesting proposition. I think if this thing is $1,000, no one's going to buy it. I think I think it has to be like $600.
Well, see, I think it's going to be $6. I think it'll be closer to $6. And I think if it is, it's going to be a huge success, it's going to totally chop block Xbox.
Well, and they're doing it at the right time because they're not going to get the next PlayStation, the next Xbox, probably until 2027. So they have a year to get an install base for these machines, and you're going to get a lot of young kids that are like, okay, I can't get a PC, but this is a PC.
Yeah, plays all the PC games I want.
And like, look, if it's $1,000, that's a lot of money.
Sure.
But if it's $600, $500-$600, so many of these things will sell.
People will buy that over a new PlayStation or a new Xbox.
I don't know if they'll buy it over it, but I believe that it would sell A lot.
I just think you're going to get a whole Steam catalog, and a lot of games from Xbox and PlayStation end up on Steam, correct? I don't know Steam too much. So.
No, they do, but they're not like simultaneous releases. Like God of War took like a year and a half. Rebirth took a year and a half. Like a lot of people though now these days are doing, because the install base for actually like high-end gaming, like PCs is so high that they're losing a part of the market share if they don't co-develop these games for simultaneous PC release.
Right.
They've been seeing this. So a lot of them are coming out, but like PlayStation exclusives and stuff like that, or Xbox exclusives, Xbox will be, because they have the Windows connection, usually come out at the same time. PlayStation though, if they have exclusives that they are making take time.
No, they care more about their exclusives for sure.
So,
but I mean, I think this is a huge win for Steam, and I think it's
maybe.
I think
the pricing matters.
Sure, the pricing matters, but I think if it's even somewhat cheaper than Xbox, then the next console will be in 2 years. Who knows when? I think it's a huge win for Steam.
We will come back. We'll tell you the price when they announce it. It's supposed to say, it's saying early 2026, dude. So it could be literally like 3 months away from hitting market. The price, when we find out what that price is, we'll throw our prognostication out. There will be early adopters that are just going to buy this thing regardless.
Sure.
I get it. But does it have legs in the market, the console market? Well, and also, is it only direct sales from fucking Steam? Like, is Target going to have them?
Yeah,
is
that's
Best Buy going to have them?
Yeah. Is it just going to be all online purchases? That could be a thing.
Exactly.
Yeah. We'll figure it out.
So we'll have to wait and find out. But there you go. There's all that nerd news. We're going to take a break. Come back with sports. Sports.
Hi, it's Elliot Cams here. You might know me as Elliot Jams. You might also know me as the coziest boy in Fresno.
So cozy.
You know why? Because I'm inside Grogg's, traditional Irish pub.
We had to take off our jackets because it's so cozy.
It's warm. I feel like I'm in a bosom. Your bosom. Grogg's bosom.
Gentle bosom.
The bosoming is happening here at Grogg's, traditional Irish pub.
So come eat and drink.
Out of the bosom of Grogg's, traditional Irish pub.
And we're back.
We're back like we never left, because we never left.
Sports. Elliot. You love sports, Elliot.
I do.
And we have like 15, 20 minutes to do this.
Yeah.
Because someone had to go poopy.
I'm noticing something. What are
you noticing?
You're slowly trying to chop away at sports time so you can talk more nerd time. I don't think I haven't noticed.
No, it's just because we started a little late today. That's it. That's it.
It's fine. I get it. You had to talk an extra 30 minutes about Project Hail Mary when we could have talked about
it.
when we could have.
Like
oh yes. Oh no, it wasn't.
It was like, oh yes, it was. I saw the thing.
It was like 12 minutes.
I saw the thing.
It was like 12 minutes. It's okay. It's okay. I see what you're doing. You know, sports is my passion, but video games and nerd talk and Ryan Gosling's chiseled jawline is yours.
So what? He's a good Canadian boy, Elliot.
Oh, he is.
He is.
Is Gosling Canadian?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
I believe so. I'll double check right now.
I know Reynolds is Canadian. I didn't know Gosling was.
Gosling Canadian? I believe he is. Yeah, he's Canadian.
Look at them. 2 for 2. 2 for 2 on the Ryans.
Canada giving us some good Ryans. Some good dudes.
Some good Rye guys. Anyway. 2 and 2 on blind bets.
Oh,
pretty meh.
Oh,
pretty meh. So, I mean, like,
You know what?
It's not losing, I guess.
What do you mean?
Somebody might have, in a somewhat drunken stupor, at like 1 a.m., might have thrown together a potentially hypothetical drunk parlay and won like $100.
Who? Not you?
Hypothetically, somebody not here.
How many legs were the parlay?
4.
You won all 4?
Yeah.
Did you?
Barely.
Yeah, but you
because
did.
the Ravens didn't know how to put away the Browns, so they had to do a rushing touchdown with their tight end.
But how much did you theoretically bet?
Like 25, hypothetically.
Okay. But see, if you bet, oh man.
I mean, a lot of them were like heavy favorites.
Yeah.
Didn't even remember doing it hypothetically. And I woke up and I was like, wait, 3 of them won. So I just need one more. It's like, oh, the Ravens and the Browns, talk about an easy one. And the Ravens play arguably one of their worst games of the season. Granted, the Browns defense is very good, and we're only getting into better defense weather as the year goes on.
Right.
But, and we'll talk about the Browns in a second. Like, the Browns offense, the Browns are just
they're a tragic team.
You mentioned like sad franchises and one day hoping they are good. They were good.
A few seasons ago, they
gave up on Baker Mayfield. And look at Baker.
Yeah.
Baker's awesome. So, and then they gave a huge amount of money, the worst contract in NFL history to, what's his name? Deshaun Watson. And, and all. Yeah. It went a little poopy. You know what I'm saying? But let's get into it. Let's talk about the Pack because this is who we are. And
you talk about talking a lot about something. You talked about the Packers for fucking 30 minutes last week.
I was upset.
Yeah.
It was a bad loss.
Uh-huh.
It was a bad week. But you know what?
Uh-huh.
I'm going to try and bring it all back.
Okay.
It wasn't a great win, but there were some positives with this last weekend against the Giants.
Okay.
Micah Parsons made some great plays at the end of the game. Our defense should have had a few interceptions, but the offense had 7 drops, which isn't good, but I can't imagine 7 drops. Yeah. Windy day at MetLife,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
But at the end of the day, Jordan Love threw some great touchdown passes. The backup quarterback, after Jordan Love hurt his shoulder, threw an absolute dart in double coverage. That should not have happened. But Christian Watson building his confidence back up, getting a win, regardless of who it is, especially when it's Jameis Winston, when he's just voodoo. He's crazy.
Mm-hmm. He's crazy.
He's crazy.
He's crazy.
He could throw 500 yards and 7 interceptions and 8 touchdown passes. He's just a crazy guy. But that's why we love him. But the Packers get a win. They're 6-3-1. They play Minnesota, so it's going to be a tough division. The world is not on fire.
Okay.
But it could be.
But it's not.
But it's not.
It's not right now.
But it's not. It's not right now.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think I might have been a little too harsh on Matt LaFleur last week. There are things that drive me up a wall about him. But then as a fan, you start to, what I do as a fan is I start to listen to other fan bases and what they think about other coaches and other things and what they feel about them. And you know what I don't like hearing? People agreeing with me that we should fire Matt LaFleur.
So then you're going to go against that.
So part of me feels like,
why do they want?
Why do you want him? Why would you think that's bad? Why would you think it's a good idea to fire? And then I was like, wait a minute. Are you trying to gaslight me?
They're doing that reverse psychology.
Right. They're trying to tell me, it's a great idea to get rid of him because he is actually a good coach.
He needs to be fired.
And they want him.
Mm.
And so I'm like, wait a minute. I gotta mellow out here a second. I gotta lean. I gotta slow it down here. Okay. I think we're gonna beat Minnesota this week. I don't think we're gonna win by 6 because Green Bay can't blow out teams. But this might be for the season. I don't want to be that dramatic fan. This might be for the season.
But you're gonna be that dramatic.
I'm gonna be that dramatic. I'm gonna be that dramatic fan. Especially when, and we'll go into the next one, the Chicago Bears look really good. The Bears. If you're a Chicago fan right now, I think you got to be pretty damn happy with yourself. I don't know if you expected to be. I think you've had to deal with so many bad seasons. This might be the first season in a long time you've had some real hope.
You know what
and
it is?
I think that's a good thing.
It's CG recovering from his knee surgery.
That's right. We love you, CG. Happy to hear you're doing better.
The exact same surgery that I'm going to have to get, he just got.
Yeah.
And maybe that juju is helping the Bears out.
Maybe
there's something in the energy.
Well,
it's the energy, Elliot.
It's having kind of like what we were talking about last week with Packers. It's having culture setters and the right people in the right positions. Caleb Williams, he's never been a big interception guy. He's keeping the ball clean. He can rip a cannon of a shot, but sometimes he'll mess up on pre-snap penalties or, taking bad sacks. He's not taking those sacks anymore. Ben Johnson has totally cleaned this team up, and they've always had talent, and now the talent's playing like it should.
Right.
Chicago, Chicago said at the beginning of the season, any one of those teams in the division could win the division. And it looks like it might come down to some of the last few weeks. Let's talk. I don't know what to make of any of these teams, so we're just going to rapid fire.
Okay.
The Chiefs are good, but then they're not good, but then they're really good, and then they're the most dangerous team in football, and then they lose, and now they're 500 at 5-5.
Which is crazy that the Packers have a better record than they do.
Yeah. What he wanted was even crazier?
What?
The Carolina Panthers have a better record than them. Shout out Royce. The Ravens were one of the best teams in the AFC, and then they lost 5 games, and then they were 1-5, and then Lamar Jackson got hurt, and now they're 500. And now we all think they're very good again. The Buffalo Bills beat the Chiefs in one of the biggest games of the season. Josh Allen has an awesome game, and then they get blown out by Miami in Miami, only to come back and put up 40-plus points, and Josh Allen has 3 rushing touchdowns and 3 passing touchdowns. You want to know the only other quarterback to ever do that? Is Josh Allen. He's done it twice in 120 games. That's insane. The Steelers are kind of good. Their defense is awful, and now their defense is good, but they still look awful. They get blown out by the Chargers, and then they blow out the Bengals, but we don't think the Bengals are good, but they have a good offense. And then Aaron Rodgers gets a fractured wrist, but it looks like he might actually be able to play against the Bears this weekend. I don't know what to make of these teams.
It's just a weird season, kind of.
It's a really weird season. And you know what? Although there's been some Packer bad juju going around, I love it. I love it. If the playoffs started today in the NFC, you would get to see Bears Packers. You would get to see Bucks Seahawks. And you would get to see Rams 49ers.
Yeah.
Those would be 3 awesome playoff games right off rip.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm really liking where this season's going. The Lions have a weird game against Philly. Philly's defense is legit again, and they're going to be a problem. They're 8-2. But Dan Campbell went 0 for 5 on 4th downs, and Jared Goff looked really bad in those 4th downs, which your defense is holding them to about 13, 16 points. Punt the ball. Your defense is playing great.
Right.
Why are you going for it 5 times in a row on 4th down? It's not working. Like after the 3rd one, you should be like, I might punt this one. Do
you need to wax poetic about Darnold real quick? No.
I can't because he had 4 interceptions and they were very bad.
You're good.
And the joke is like he's seeing Ghost again, right? We all see that. However, even with 4 interceptions, they lost at the very end of the game because they missed a field goal. So what it makes me think, the Seahawks are very good. The Rams are very good. And if Darnold just cuts 4 into 2 interceptions,
just 4 into 2.
If you cut half of those interceptions, Seahawks.
Hell yeah.
If you just cut half, if you cut 1, if you just cut 1,
okay,
and you have a 3 interception game, the Seahawks beat the Rams.
Yeah, but the interceptions swing the game so hard.
I 100% agree. But they still only lost because they missed a field goal. They still got into field goal range and they missed a field goal.
How about them Patriots, huh?
They're really good. They're really good. I get what people say when like, they've played the easiest schedule in the NFL. You still have to win games.
Yeah,
and you're still winning games in a good way. What's there not to say?
9-2?
9-2.
Is that the best record in the NFL right now?
The Broncos are technically better. They're 9-2. And they've won because they have better wins, so they're technically the 1 seed in the AFC.
And you put here that the Broncos outplayed the Chiefs.
Yeah, they did. They outplayed Kansas City in Mile High. Mile High going to be a miserable place to play in the playoffs if they keep the 1 seed. Granted, so will New England because the weather will be horrible. But having to play in that altitude is always tough for teams. So Denver's in a really good spot. New England's in a really good spot. The Colts are in a good spot, and the Colts could be the team that maybe kills the Chiefs season. They play this weekend in Arrowhead. There's a lot of tomfoolery going on this year. There's a lot of teams that we didn't expect to be good to be very good,
a lot of
if not great.
Stuff.
Yeah. And I mean,
but that means that I think that's good. That means
I think it's very good.
I think it's good. It's a good disbursement of talent.
Mm-hmm.
You can't really figure when you can't just say, oh, it's going to be the Chiefs this year. Like if you can say that, I think that's good. You can have strong programs, but that means that the disbursement of talent is a little bit better.
Well, and I think it just goes to show, like, when you have the right people in coaching and general managing these teams, like, it can just totally change your team, your program. Last two ones I want to quickly cover.
Talk about Brock.
That's what I was going to. I was going to next.
Okay.
Brock Purdy back from his turf toe, and man, back with a vengeance. He dissected Arizona. He's always been very good against Arizona. Him and George Kittle just have an incredible connection, and they're still in the thick of it. I think they're the 7 seed right now. They would take on the Rams if they played in the playoffs right now. But I wouldn't want to play. There are a couple of teams in the NFC I would not want to see. Seattle's one. The Rams are another. But the 49ers, man, I do not want to see.
They're the little team that could, but because they, by all accounts, were written off.
Absolutely. I mean, when you have that many injuries, but you know what? They get a late bye for the end of the year, which I think will only help them. You could probably get Ayuk back, so you get a little more of your offense back. You could get them ready for that playoff push at the end of the year. I don't want to play the 49ers. I don't want to play the Seahawks. I don't want to play, especially this week, coming off a bad loss. They're going to be angry, but they're playing Tennessee, and it's like minus 13.5. Yeah. That's too much to bet. And then the Carolina Panthers, man. 6-5. 6-5. And Bryce Young, who a lot of people just threw away, and he became kind of like a pity party thing. He was like, yeah, you know, when he'd have a good game, you know what, good for him, because the Carolina Panthers were so bad. Set a franchise record with 448 passing yards and 3 touchdowns. 6-5 has them over tiebreak.
How many yards?
443 passing yards.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, in a win in overtime over the Atlanta Falcons. So another big win. They sweep the Falcons, which is huge for their division. Tampa Bay playing a tough schedule. I'm not saying Carolina's going to win the division, but they can make it interesting. They can make it kind of close. The way they've been playing with their run game, and Bryce, I don't think he'll throw for 450 yards again, but if he can just kind of play like a number one draft pick, like he was a few years ago, Carolina's got a bright future ahead of them. And I'm happy for Carolina fans. I'm happy for Royce, unless they're the reason why the Packers don't make the playoffs. Then I'm not happy for Royce, all right? I'm really not happy for Royce, all right?
We're not happy.
We're not happy one bit. Lastly, I just want to cover one thing with hockey, because we've been covering them for the last couple of weeks. The Anaheim Ducks continue to just be the funnest team in hockey. They won another game in overtime, 3-2 over the Utah Mammoth. So, you're a hockey fan? Be a Ducks fan.
Yeah, why
Their
not?
stock flying
Through the roof. That flying V.
Exactly. I mean, so I'm actually going to go to a game Black Friday.
Oh, cool.
Ducks Kings in a LA rivalry.
You totally invited me too. That was sweet of you that you invited me to that game.
You want to come to Thanksgiving? Hey guys,
Drew's here.
It's crazy Uncle Drew.
I'm wackadoo.
It's Uncle Drew's a wackadoo. Don't give me that wine. I can't drink it.
Whoa, he's sober and still wacky? How?
Functioning alcoholics? Me, non-functioning alcoholic. How you doing? What? Huh? Rumbling, stumbling, fumbling into the end zone. It's Fantasy Football Recap Week 11. We start in the city of brotherly love, where there was no love lost between the Droopies and the gals, as Amon scared the gals off from staggering Sunday night comeback. April thought that she had the Droopies in a tight one, as Lamar Michael Jackson gave her a thriller performance with 4 points. This set the Droopies to respond with Sam, it's getting darn old watching you throwing these interceptions, also giving us 4 points. It was a slugfest in the Cleveland mud, but it got out the mud when Mark McGuire Andrews, as he went yard and iced the game. The Droopies beat April, which means if I beat April and April's the best, that means I'm the best.
No,
which means I'm the best.
No, it doesn't.
I'm the best.
It doesn't mean.
And we're done with recap because I'm the best. as they win 89-76 in Arizona, where the baby birds found some proper seed as Christian McCaffrey soared through the end zone for 3 beaks. Darren asked Drew if he jaunted to share the love, but Drew steadied him with a pip with his loyal knight as he smited those toe-dragging dogs. Ugh. Put those grippers away. We had close to the Californians as Puka Nautical Nakua tried going down the 605 to the 210 towards Pasadena, where he met up with Trey. Wondering, what are you doing here? Only to find out that he landed in the loser column is baby birds. Yeah, he flew past Darling, winning 105-95. In Buffalo, where Josh decided to mosh Allen over the Sparkles. Sparkles is clearly too busy with his new show, Welcome to Derry, as it would be penny wise of him to set his lineup. Sadly for him, he had to deal with his biggest fear, Jackson Voorhees, Smith, and Jigba in one-on-one coverage. I don't know if you saw it, but that was... Yeah. Cody wins again, winning 126-81. In a head-scratcher, as Orc had 38.3 points? Huh? What? Huh? Tim must be feeling pretty proud of himself as he opened the Orcs up like a George Mason jar. Orc wanted to stay, tried to fight back, but he couldn't get past that menacing Steelers D. He's pulling his... Tim ravages the Orcs, dominating 140-38. To Houston, where Cam Newton-Ward was not in fact Superman, as his biggest kryptonite is playing for the Titans. We're so sorry, Cam. Colleen tried to stage a comeback, but her chances were 1 in a Tetratora McMillan, as he and his 33 points weren't enough to keep up with Debo. Why, if you don't get out of here... Oh, I'm sorry, I did that wrong. Debo, boy... I did that wrong. It was, the boy, if you don't get out of here. Eddie was ready and ended up getting the last laugh thanks to Bijan Tim Robinson riding the zip line to victory. I feel like you're only here for the zip line. Eddie does it again, winning 111-80 to another one-sided stinker as Eric gets a win on his worst week as the Jets week is back. Jets didn't play not 1, not 2, not 3. But 4, not 4 players, because it's her birthday. And so she gets a pass. Eric gets a freebie, winning 72-39. And what's really funny is if she had played Orc, she would have won. We fly all the way through Spain as it was an El Clasico of a match between Kitalingus and Pepe Mikey. Devon Cabrone Chan was all over the pitch as he was running like the Bulls as the Kitties were seeing red. Rico Dosey Dowdle had to saddle up and hog-tie Mikey in this commies. Mikey tried to keep it close, but the more he tried, the more it hurts, as Troy Franklin the Turtle taught Mikey how to lose. Again. Royce is now 8-3 and cruising, winning 106-94. Royce, the Rolls Royce, is driving by. And finally, it was a tale as old as time, as an ass team takes on a team of asses as Sal and Steve clash for ass. Steve tried to get the party going with Travis Kelce Etienne, not to be confused with Travis Etienne Kelce, as they both got in the end zone as they were trying to go for a double triple with a couple of scores in the end zone. It was looking dicey for old Sal, but thankfully he had some pals on Monday night as Dak Goose Prescott and George Washington Pickens opened up all on Steve's slots in Las Vegas. They say what happens in Vegas stayed in Vegas. But sadly for Steve, this is going to follow him to the podcast that drops this Friday. Sal beats Steve, destroying Steve 144-98. And there goes your week 11. Week 11. Rumbling, stumbling, fumbling. What?
Very good, Elliot.
Thank you. You know,
that was one of my favorite ones you've done this season.
You know, I feel like they've all been great. I want to quickly look at something.
What?
Oh, I'm 6-5.
What am I?
6-5.
Ooh.
And I'm in that playoff hunt. The Droopies sadly found their way back into the playoffs. Everything's getting harder and harder. That's right. Wait.
What?
Yeah, all right. Oh, if the playoffs started today, I'd be taking on Royce.
Oh, really?
For revenge. I don't want to play Royce's team. It's really good.
Playoffs are in what? 3 weeks?
Let me check.
I think it's 3 weeks.
Let's check the schedule. Yeah, in 3 weeks. I got to take down. I got to take down Orc, and then I got to beat Codester, and then I got to beat Darlene. Darlene's been kind of good lately.
I beat Darlene last week.
I know, but he was on a bit of a streak before.
Yeah.
There's no easy Sunday. As we've learned, there's no easy Sunday. You know what? There isn't easy. There's an easy Friday because you have a lot to watch. Like us, twice, taps and takes, done. We packed in a box. We gave it to you for free.
Yeah, and I would say watch us at twitch.tv/The Podcast because right about now we're doing our thing. But also I want to remind you that I took off the VOD because Jess said something that she doesn't want to be out there, so we have to cut it out.
Yeah.
So I deleted the VOD. So that live stream never happened. But you will see that episode next Wednesday.
You should just block out the parts and then just voice over her. And just
you know what I think about that? I know.
No, and just in your voice, be like, I think everybody has a great opinion on everything, and I love you all. Goodbye.
Anyway. We love you. Thank you so very much.
Subscribe.
All that good stuff. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back next Friday.
Or
actually,
put it in my hand.
We'll be back on Wednesday. Right about now, we should be live at Horn Photo for the Trade In Trade Up event.
That's right.
If you're watching this right now, keep in mind, Trade In Trade Up is happening all weekend long. Go to Horn Photo. Support those guys.
Support Horn. Support us. Subscribe.
Yeah.
Subscribe.
And until next week,
subscribe.
Gotta go. Love you.
Subscribe.
Bye.
Put it right here, Mark. Put subscribe right here in my hand. And just give it. I'm giving it to you. Subscribe. If they keep the 1 seed, granted, so will New England because the weather will be horrible, but having to play in that altitude is always tough for teams. So Denver's in a really good spot. New England's in a really good spot. The Colts are in a good spot, and the Colts could be the team that maybe kills the Chiefs season. They play this weekend in Arrowhead. There's a lot of tomfoolery going on this year. There's a lot of teams that we didn't expect to be good to be very good,
a lot of
if not great.
Stuff.
Yeah. And I mean,
but that means that I think that's good. That means
I think it's very good.
I think it's good. It's a good disbursement of talent. You can't really figure when you can't just say, "Oh, it's going to be the Chiefs this year." Like if you can say that, I think that's good. You can have strong programs, but that means that the disbursement of talent is a little bit better.
Well, and I think it just goes to show, like, when you have the right people in coaching and general managing these teams, like, it can just totally change your team, your program. Last 2 ones I want to quickly cover.
Talk about Brock.
That's what I was going to. Going to next.
Okay.
Brock Purdy back from his turf toe, and man, back with a vengeance. He dissected Arizona. He's always been very good against Arizona. Him and George Kittle just have an incredible connection, and they're still in the thick of it. I think they're the 7 seed right now. They would take on the Rams if they played in the playoffs right now. But I wouldn't want to play. There are a couple of teams in the NFC I would not want to see. Seattle's one. The Rams are another. But the 49ers, man, I do not want to see.
They're the little team that could, but because they, by all accounts, were written off.
Absolutely. I mean, when you have that many injuries, but you know what? They get a late bye for the end of the year, which I think will only help them. You could probably get Ayuk back, so you get a little more of your offense back. You could get them ready for that playoff push at the end of the year. I don't want to play the 49ers. I don't want to play the Seahawks. I don't want to play, especially this week, coming off a bad loss. They're going to be angry, but they're playing Tennessee, and it's like minus 13.5. Yeah. That's too much to bet. And then the Carolina Panthers, man. 6-5.
Royce.
6-5. And Bryce Young, who a lot of people just threw away, and he became kind of like a pity party thing. He was like, yeah, you know, when he'd have a good game, you know what, good for him, because the Carolina Panthers were so bad. Set a franchise record with 448 passing yards and 3 touchdowns. 6-5 has them over tiebreak.
How many yards?
443 passing yards.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, in a win in overtime over the Atlanta Falcons. So another big win. They sweep the Falcons, which is huge for their division. Tampa Bay playing a tough schedule. I'm not saying Carolina's going to win the division, but they can make it interesting. They can make it kind of close. The way they've been playing with their run game and Bryce, I don't think he'll throw for 450 yards again, but if he can just kind of play like a number one draft pick like he was a few years ago, Carolina's got a bright future ahead of them. And I'm happy for Carolina fans. I'm happy for Royce. Unless they're the reason why the Packers don't make the playoffs. Then I'm not happy for Royce, all right? I'm really not happy for Royce, all right?
We're not happy.
We're not happy one bit. Lastly, I just want to cover one thing with hockey, because we've been covering them for the last couple of weeks. The Anaheim Ducks continue to just be the funnest team in hockey. They won another game in overtime, 3-2 over the Utah Mammoth. So, you're a hockey fan? Be a Ducks fan.
Yeah, why
Their
not?
stock, flying.
Through the roof. That flying V.
Exactly. I mean, so I'm actually going to go to a game Black Friday.
Oh, cool.
Ducks Kings
And
in
you
a LA rivalry.
You totally invited me too. That was sweet of you that you invited me to
You
that
want to
game.
come to Thanksgiving? Hey guys,
Drew's here.
It's crazy Uncle Drew.
I'm a wackadoo.
It's Uncle Drew's a wackadoo. Don't give me that wine. I can't drink it.
Whoa, he's sober and still wacky? How?
Functioning alcoholics? Me, non-functioning alcoholic. How you doing? What? Huh? Rumbling, stumbling, fumbling into the end zone. It's Fantasy Football Recap Week 11. We start in the city of brotherly love, where there was no love lost between the Droopies and the gals, as Amon scared the gals off from staggering Sunday night comeback. April thought that she had the Droopies in a tight one, as Lamar Michael Jackson gave her a thriller performance with 4 points. This set the Droopies to respond. With Sam, it's getting darn old watching you throwing these interceptions, also giving us 4 points. It was a slugfest in the Cleveland mud, but it got out the mud when Mark McGuire Andrews, as he went yard and iced the game. The Droopies beat April, which means if I beat April and April's the best, that means I'm the best.
No.
Which means I'm the best.
No, it doesn't.
I'm the best.
It doesn't mean
and
you're
we're
the
done
best.
with we're done with recap because I'm the best. As they went 89-76 in Arizona, where the baby birds found some proper seed as Christian McCaffrey soared through the end zone for 3 beaks. Darren asked Drew if he jaunted to share the love, but Drew steadied him with a bip with his loyal knight as he smited those toe-dragging dogs. Ugh. Put those grippers away. We head close to the Californians as Puka Nautical Nakua tried going down the 605 to the 210 towards Pasadena, where he met up with Trey. Wondering, what are you doing here? Only to find out that he landed in the loser column is baby birds. Yeah, he flew past Darling, winning 105.95. In Buffalo, where Josh decided to mosh Allen over the Sparkles. Sparkles is clearly too busy with his new show, Welcome to Derry, as it would be penny wise of him to set his lineup. Sadly for him, he had to deal with his biggest fear, Jackson Voorhees, Smith, and Jigba in one-on-one coverage. I don't know if you saw it, but that was... Yeah. Cody wins again, winning 126-81. In a head-scratcher, as Orc had 38.3 points? Huh? What? Huh? Tim must be feeling pretty proud of himself as he opened the Orcs up like a George Mason jar. Orc wanted to stay, tried to fight back, but he couldn't get past that menacing Steelers D. He's pulling his... Tim ravages the Orcs, dominating 140-38. To Houston, where Cam Newton-Ward was not in fact Superman, as his biggest kryptonite is playing for the Titans. We're so sorry, Cam. Colleen tried to stage a comeback, but her chances were 1 in a Tetratora McMillan, as he and his 33 points weren't enough to keep up with Debo. Why, if you don't get out of here... Oh, I'm sorry, I did that wrong. Debo boy... I did that wrong. It was, the boy, if you don't get out of here. Eddie was ready and ended up getting the last laugh thanks to Bijan Tim Robinson riding the zip line to victory. I feel like you're only here for the zip line. Eddie does it again, winning 111-80 to another one-sided stinker as Eric gets a win on his worst week as the Jets my week is back. Jets didn't play not one, not two, not three, but four. Not four players because it's her birthday. And so she gets a pass. Eric gets a freebie, winning 72-39. And what's really funny is if she had played Orc, she would have won. We fly all the way through Spain as it was an El Clasico of a match between Kitalingus and Pepe Mikey. Devon Cabrone Chan was all over the beach as he was running like the bulls as the Kitties were seeing red. Rico Dosey Dowdle had to saddle up and hog-tie Mikey in this commies. Mikey tried to keep it close, but the more he tried, the more it hurts, as Troy Franklin the Turtle taught Mikey how to lose. Again. Royce is now 8-3 and cruising, winning 106-94. Royce, the Rolls Royce, is driving by. And finally, it was a tale as old as time. As an ass team takes on a team of asses as Sal and Steve clash for ass. Steve tried to get the party going with Travis Kelce Etienne, not to be confused with Travis Etienne Kelce, as they both got in the end zone as they were trying to go for a double triple with a couple of scores in the end zone. It was looking dicey for old Sal, but thankfully he had some pals on Monday night as Dak Goose Prescott and George Washington Pickens opened up all on Steve's slots in Las Vegas. They say what happens in Vegas stayed in Vegas. But sadly for Steve, this is going to follow him to the podcast that drops this Friday. Sal beats Steve, destroying Steve 144-98. And there goes your week 11. Week 11. Rumbling, stumbling, fumbling. What?
Very good, Elliot.
Thank you. You know,
that was one of my favorite ones you've done this season.
You know, I feel like they've all been great. I want to quickly look at something.
What?
Oh, I'm 6-5.
What am I?
6-5.
Ooh.
And I'm in that playoff hunt. The Droopies sadly found their way back into the playoffs. Everything's getting harder and harder. That's right. Wait.
What?
Yeah, all right. Oh, if the playoffs started today, I'd be taking on Royce.
Oh, really?
For revenge. I don't want to play Royce's team. It's really good.
Playoffs are in what, 3 weeks?
Let me check.
I think it's 3 weeks.
Let's check the schedule. Yeah, in 3 weeks. I got to take down, I got to take down Orc, and then I got to beat Codester, and then I got to beat Darlene. Darlene's been kind of good lately.
I beat Darlene last week.
I know, but he was on a bit of a streak before.
Yeah.
There's no easy Sunday. As we've learned, there's no easy Sunday. You know what there isn't easy? There's an easy Friday because you have a lot to watch. Like us, twice. Taps and takes. Done. We packed in a box. We gave it to you for free.
Yeah, and I would say watch us at twitch.tv/TheDoOver because right about now we're doing our thing. But also I want to remind you that I took off the VOD because Jess said something that she doesn't want to be out there, so we have to cut it out.
Yeah.
So I deleted the VOD. So that live stream never happened. But you will see that episode next Wednesday.
You should just block out the parts and then just voice over her. And just
you know what I think about that? I know.
No, and just in your voice, be like, I think everybody has a great opinion on everything, and I love you all. Goodbye.
Anyway. We love you. Thank you so very much.
Subscribe.
All that good stuff. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back next Friday.
Or
actually,
put it in my hand.
We'll be back on Wednesday. Right about now, we should be live at Horn Photo for the Trade In Trade Up event.
That's right.
If you're watching this right now, keep in mind, Trade In Trade Up is happening all weekend long. Go to Horn Photo. Support those guys.
Support Horn. Support us. Subscribe.
Yeah.
Subscribe.
And until next week,
subscribe.
Gotta go. Love you.
Subscribe.
Bye.
Put it right here, Mark. Put subscribe right here in my hand. And just give it. I'm giving it to you. Subscribe.